Hi everyone, good evening, and thank you very much for joining us today. So today is a very special day. I'm going to channel the fifth dimensional Arcturian Council on shifting timelines and how we can do so. And they will also offer us a meditation activation for doing so. And it is right after the new moon that we had yesterday, so it's a great time to have this transmission. I know that some of you here are from the Earth Alliance group, and I'm very happy that you're here and you're joining because we are co-creating this together. And my wish is for many others to learn how simple it is to shift timelines. Before I'm going to start channeling, I will be sharing a bit from my own experience about what it means to change the timeline and how that is possible and which are the most common mistakes that we do when we stay on the same timeline, even if it doesn't resonate with us. Firstly, I'm going to start by saying that the timeline is a story. It's not our story, it's a story that we play upon. Yeah, it's like a script that we have and we play upon the script. And sometimes that might resonate with us a lot or it might not. And we might play upon that script unconsciously or we might do it intentionally. Well, what we are going to learn here today is how to firstly create that story intentionally and then play upon it also by being present. This gives us the opportunity to change the story whenever we wish to. And this is something that I've learned in the last years, that the story that we live is much and it should be much more fluid than we expected it to be. The three-dimensional mind thinks that any life scenario is quite fixed. It's not very easy to change it, and there are many outside elements that influence that story. Well, when we approach more and more and we start functioning more from the fifth dimensional vibration, we learn that any story can change at any time because we are the creators of our own reality. We also learn that there is no need to create again and again if something doesn't resonate with us. And something very important that I have learned mostly from the Arcturians is that whenever a certain scenario, certain life story, life situation doesn't resonate with us, if we wish to change it, it is important not to have the expectation for that past experience to repeat itself. On a three-dimensional timeline, we were conditioned to believe that our past experience will repeat. Yeah, we even used to say we are learning. I'm learning from my experience and I'm knowing, and now I know what to expect. Well, that's a three-dimensional perspective. The fifth dimensional perspective says, well, the experience that you had derived from the vibration that you had at that time. Nothing more. It was not an experience that you were meant to live. It was not your only experience. It is not something that you cannot change. Even that very specific moment is not dead, it's still very much alive within you, and you can still alter its vibration. The fifth dimensional perspective says, as you do not have the expectation for your past to repeat, and as you tell yourself, I am creating something new, I am more aware of my own vibration, I am more aware of my thoughts. Now I know what I'm creating, and I'm doing it consciously this time. Then there is no need for that past experience to repeat. If it happened many times, even 100 times, it doesn't mean that it's going to happen the 100 20 times or so on. It doesn't mean that it will keep repeating itself. Because of your expectation, it might repeat itself. But if the expectation is not there and you're aware how you created that situation in your past and how your thinking changed now, then you will be creating something new. For example, each time when I see that something gets stuck in my life or it doesn't work so well, next time before I'm engaging in the same action, I take a break and I say, well, now I'm aware that this situation didn't work well in the past. But now my intention is to create something in a different way. Now I am more aware, and mostly I'm more aware about what I'm trying to create. And then I keep going in that direction by having very clear intentions. For example, some time ago, I used to have issues with losing my passwords. Every time when I was logging into a different program and so on, I got stuck with it. So it was even an expectation that if I need to use another software or so on, I will not be able to find the password. Then what happened at some point was that I realized that I was creating all that because of the expectation of it to repeat itself. And then I paused and I said, no, this time I'm going to remember all these passwords. I made a list with them, I stored them very well, and I never forgot them again, and that situation didn't repeat. It happens like this, and it can happen with everything. Whenever you're aware and you say, well, whatever happened in the past, if I don't want to create it again, I won't. Unfortunately, most of the people who don't know this, they say, well, this is my experience. It's going to happen again. Life showed me that this is how things work. Well, that's not necessary. If you wish to create a new experience, you do so out of your awareness by being intentional about it, by being aware that you're creating it through your own vibration. And this is how we are aligning ourselves with higher and higher timelines. We are doing it because we have the imagination and the creativity to envision such timelines. Because we know that there is no need anymore to suffer. There is no need anymore to experience whatever we have experienced in our past if that doesn't resonate with us. We know very well that we have also all the necessary support, that there are so many cosmic and wonderful beings who are very much willing to guide us in that direction by offering us the opportunity to be in that beautiful energy. And mostly, we know that we are the creators of our own reality and that there is no need to make compromises. There is no need to make sacrifices. There is no need to let go of what it is aligned with you. There is no need to do things because you have the impression that you have to. Yeah, this is what kills your vibration. Whenever you say, I'm doing it because I have to, you're situating yourself on a lower timeline, the timeline which resonates with surviving, the three-dimensional one. There is no need to do anything that you don't wish to do. But there might be situations in which you have lost your own motivation and you might wish to find the value of those actions once again. Yeah, and then you might become very much motivated. There are other ways in which we are diminishing our vibration and we are situating ourselves on lower timelines. One of them I have discovered this week through some of the individual sessions that I had, through people who sometimes feel that their world is a three-dimensional world and this is the overall world. Yeah, and they say, well, Earth is three-dimensional. We are living in a three-dimensional world. That's not true. You're living in the world that you're creating. You're experiencing your world as a projection of your own vibration. There is no three-dimensional world outside yourself. If you wish to experience a fifth-dimensional one, you think fifth-dimensionally. When you're aligning yourself with that, through that vibrational match, you are going to experience that fifth dimensional story. There is no story outside yourself. If you have the impression that it is, you're going to give the power of creation to other people and to other stories and other life situations. And you'll be having the impression that you cannot shift your life story. You cannot shift the timelines, which is not true. So I hope and I know that if you're here today, you're very much meant and you're very much ready to create this change for yourself and for many others. This change doesn't happen all at once. It doesn't happen because you're receiving this activation today, not only because of this. It happens because you start asking yourself the question, is this what I want to create? Is this what I want to experience? And if the answer is no, then you ask yourself the question, what do I actually want to create? And you envision that new timeline. It's very easy to do it. And in the same time, it's very hard not to go with the old conditioning that pulls you into the story that already opened. Whenever something happens and I feel that it is not the right thing and I don't wish to experience it, I don't go with it. I stop and I ask myself, how would I see this situation on a higher timeline? I start envisioning it. I start feeling joy for it. I start feeling all the people who are implied being much more connected with me and myself being much more connected with them. I start feeling peace and value and so on. And this is how I'm shifting the timeline. And this is something that if we do more and more often, is going to happen much easier. It will be a time when you are not going to be afraid of your reality at all. You will feel that it is a very magical creation. It is exactly as when you have the brush with colors in your hands and you're not afraid of what you're placing on the piece of paper because you're doing it. You're choosing the colors. You're making the patterns and you're also the one enjoying them. And this is exactly how this reality is. When you know how you're creating it, you'll never be afraid of it. And there is indeed nothing to be afraid of. Fear is an illusion. It has to do with the attachment to the form, which is a projection. It has to do with the identification with the mind, which is false. It has to do with whatsoever is not real. Fear doesn't really exist. So let's channel, let's receive together this transmission. I invite you all to see it as you wish to, just be comfortable. And thank you very much for being here with me live. It's always very, very beautiful to feel you all here. So, are you ready to connect with the fifth dimensional Arcturian Council? They are the best when it comes to shifting timelines. Yeah, they are the masters of manifestation and they provide so much loving assistance for all of us. So let's start this by taking a deep breath in and breathe out. Bring your attention into your heart space and let it rest there for a few moments. Breathe in deeply through your nose and let it go. Again and once more until your body relaxes and the body opens. Close your eyes. Begin to sense a warm, protective cocoon of light forming around you. Akarana shinagina keniana shinyarana kinna ma'anna arana kenesh ayana omna. Kinnina Sharanana Inna Karana Shiniya Karanana Kinya Om. Kiryana Inna Shirana Inna Kerena Om Nayana Shinaya. We are the fifth dimensional Arcturian Council, delighted to be connected with you once again. We know very well that all of you here gather with one intention, that of raising your vibration and raising your vibration of your entire reality. We also know that you're very much ready to do it. We know that you're receiving so much support, not only from us, but from all of your galactic friends, all of your galactic brothers and sisters. We are here with you once again to remind you of your own power of creation. Do not engage with stories of the mind that say, I am blocked, I cannot move forward, there is no solution. But rather change all those into, I can do it, I am guided, there are always solutions, and I open up to them. There might be not right now into my mind, but they will come because I am a vessel for the highest energies to work through me. This is the attitude that opens further doorways into the unknown, into the fifth dimensional realities, aligning you with the fifth dimensional timelines. This is what you want to experience. But before being completely ready to do so, be sure to nurture and embrace your entire emotional baggage. Because of certain emotions sometimes can be hard to move forward. They ask you to give them attention so you can know yourself, so you can bring home all those lost aspects of yourself. When you nurture them, when you embrace them, when you accept them, then all those emotions transform back into love. When this happens, it becomes very easy to shift timelines continuously. We are also here with you to remind you that you're not meant to experience one linear reality. You're very much meant to jump from one reality into another, to experience different stories, various timelines, expanded vibrations, realities in which you find yourself to be one with all that is. Realities in which you feel truly joyful. But those realities might not be all the same, and there might not be linear, which means that they might not be consistent. There is nothing wrong with that. You have been conditioned to believe that you need consistency, and indeed, sometimes in your world, and mostly in the three-dimensional world, you need it to be consistent so you can learn something and then develop that. But in the fifth dimensional one, you're learning very fast. It happens through downloads. Knowledge opens up within you, not by learning, but by remembering. Give yourself surrender to that, and then observe what happens. Do not struggle and do not have the impression that you're meant to struggle in any way. This is not about effort. It's about being yourself as you are naturally. Be present. Be. Do not do. Just be still. We are inviting you all now to close your eyes. Withdraw from the outside world. Within your heart, which is your home. You are safe here. This is your temple. This is your now. In this sacred space, we, the five-dimensional Arcturian Council, are calling for all the other support. The support of the angelic realm. Archangel Michael for protection. Archangel Raphael for healing, Archangel Gabriel for clarity, Archangel Metatron to guide you through dimensions of time. We are calling upon the loving presence of the Ascended Masters, Saint Germain with his violet flame of transmutation, Yeshua and Mary Magdalene for heart awakening, Kuan Yin for compassion and gentleness, Serapis Bey and Sanat Kumara for cellular ascension, the galactic beings of light, Arcturian timeline technicians, Syrian light healers, Lyran wisdom keepers, Pleiadian harmonizers of joy and beauty, and most of all, your divine team, your higher self, soul family, future self, and source presence. Let them gather now. You may sense a circle forming around you, holding this field of expansion with divine precision and love. Let them speak directly to your energy body. You are not alone. You have never been. We witness you remembering. We witness your restoration. We walk with you now through all that you're ready to embrace. See now before you a vast river of living light. This river carries all your timelines, past, parallel, and potential. Each of them is very much alive within yourself. Each path a filament of memory, a living experience which is deeply woven into your own soul. You stand now at the crossroads, the 0 point. You are both the waver and the thread. You are the story and the creator of it. Now step gently into this stream. And as you do, the water of light swirls around you. It feels warm and alive like electricity made gentle. You are going only forward. You are becoming whole again. And with your angelic team close to you, begin to float slowly downstream toward the version of you who is still holding grief, confusion, shame or pain, maybe frustration or anger. There is no need to analyze here, simply trust the image that appears. Perhaps there is a childhood moment, a relationship, a loss, a version of you who turned away from your light. Let that version appear standing before you now. You, the current self, are not here to fix or judge in any way. You are here to simply remember yourself with love. Place your hands upon your heart. Archangel Raphael now sends emerald light through your back and into your hands. You extend this green gold love to this past version of you. And you say, I love you. I see you. I understand why you did what you did. You do not need to protect me anymore. Come home to me. I welcome you back. And as you speak, the version begins to glow. Their edges soften. They walk into your arms and dissolve into your heart. You have just recovered the timeline and the peace of your soul. Now pause here. Let this integration take place. Breathe. Let your nervous system recalibrate to this new wholeness. Repeat this process with any additional version that comes now to you. You may take your time. Each one holds wisdom, even if born of pain. Saint Germain now steps forward with the violet flame. He moves his hand in a circular motion, igniting a fire that turns away all guilt, all fear, and cords which are not needed anymore. Envision his violet divine flame, cutting through all energy cords, all contracts, all grief and pain within you. Allow the violet flame to shift your karma, dissolve it back into love, back into life, to dissolve your identity, form, and personality back into love, back into light. You hear his voice, Saint Germain's voice, clearly. This memory is not your prison. It is your power source that you're reclaiming now. You do not carry its weight, but you do carry its wisdom. Now feel the presence of the Arcturian light technicians. They appear as shimmering crystalline beings with geometry flowing from their bodies, golden light language. They are surrounded in their light that they are sharing now with us all. They work silently and precisely. You lie back now into a chamber of light. Above you there are codes beginning to fall like snowflakes, each one recalibrating your aura to a new vibration. You're being attuned to your soul's highest signature, to your original blueprint. Let them work. They clear distortion in your mental field. They release entanglements across lifetimes. They update your energetic architecture to hold more light. They adjust your field to receive the highest possible timeline available to you now. And as this happens, Kuan Yin now places her hand gently on your brow. She whispers, You're not broken in any way. You're perfect as you are. There is nothing to fix, nothing to try to get rid of, nothing to turn away from. Let love be the way. Let softness be your strength. Let the power of your heart guide you further. You exhale fully. There is nothing to hold anymore. Only openness, only love. You now stand at a luminous doorway. You can see the light coming from behind it. Behind you, the past glows in resolution. Around you, your team of beings wait in reverence. Before you, there is a new timeline. It is bright, golden, crystalline, and it unfolds now. It is filled with synchronicity, with grace, with ease, joy, divine support, and inner peace. And we are inviting you all to let it open, let it unfold, let yourself receive the vision of it. See yourself joyful, at ease, happy, connected with each and every being, connected and nurtured by nature. See yourself finding value within your heart, which is value, which is reflected in all of your actions. See yourselves experiencing all that which you wish to experience, being the masters of your own reality. Let this timeline unfold now, not as a faraway story, not only in your imagination, but as a very and the most powerful seed of creation that you're planting right now. Let this timeline be that new fifth dimensional story. Let this timeline be your golden future. And mostly, let this timeline open up for your entire collective. This is a timeline where you're not demanded any kind of perfection. It only invites presence, truth, being yourselves as you are. It doesn't demand any kind of effort, any kind of struggle. It unfolds naturally because it is aligned with your true nature. Archangel Metatron places a sigil in your hand. It glows and vibrates like a tuning fork. He says to you, this is your alignment key. Step forward and it will activate. Say this aloud or inwardly. I now choose my highest aligned timeline. I am ready to work in coherence with my soul's truth. All of me is welcome. All of me is aligned with my spirit. So and so it is. It is done. It is done. It is done. Feel this sigil light up, merging with your palm. The ground beneath your feet adjusts to your new frequency. Reality bends, not because you push it in any way, but because you have become a match. And now as you take the next deep breath in, Start returning to your own body, to your own sacred human vessel. But as you return, you remain fully aware that you are playing the role of a human being, but you are a multidimensional being. Breathe into your root, breathe into your heart, and breathe into your crown. The Pleiadians now step forward, singing a soundless song into your energy field. It carries beauty, balance, and joy. And they say, now walk gently, speak kindly, act as if it has already happened, because it has. Let golden threads move down into the earth through your feet. Anchor your new timeline deep into Gaia, deep into the planetary grid. All the beings now encircle you once more. Each one places a glowing crystal in your aura, different colors, different meanings. Together they speak in one voice. You are the dreamer and the dream. You are the code and the key. We are with you, but you are the one who walked through the gate. You have shifted. Trust the unfolding. Bow your head in gratitude and let silence fill you up. Aya shena kina na ona erena kina na inna shera na kina na shera na onna kiera na shena na ina na kiana na shera na. And whenever you're ready, let's take a deep breath in and come back. Come back to your body, come back to your senses. Feel the soles of your feet touching the ground. You can take one more moment in gratitude and love towards the fifth dimensional Arcturian Council and all of the beings who have been with us today. Archangel Raphael, Metatron, Michael, Gabriel, our galactic families, the Ascended Masters, Kuan Yin, Saint Germain. And thank you very much to all of you who are co-creators in this. Thank you for shifting not only your own timeline, but the collective timelines as well. It so happens that sometimes when human beings are unconscious, it's hard for them to shift their own timeline because they are not aware of their own power. And when someone awakens to his own and her own power, then that being can shift the timeline for many others in a very positive way. And this is how we are contributing to raising the planetary vibration. This is how we provide assistance and we are helping everyone else. It's not about being better than anyone. It's about stepping forward and providing help where it is needed. So thank you so much for your time, for your love, for your pure intentions and everything that you bring here to all of us creating this sacred space. It is always so magical to have these meetings and to feel the connection with you all. Even if you're there and we are not here in the same space, I always feel like we are always very well connected and there is no distance between us. So thank you very much to all of you, and I hope to see you again very soon.